guys, we know Shivaratri, the night of Shiva, is celebrated everywhere in India. But how did ancient Cambodians celebrate Shivaratri? What if I told you they installed a cosmic antenna on a mountaintop to heal ancient people? And this is why I'm riding this tuk-tuk-tuk in a remote part of Cambodia, because I'm about to show you the largest ancient statue of Shiva in all of Cambodia. Come on, let's go take a look at this largest ancient Shiva in Cambodia. As you can see, there is nobody here. I'm at the bottom of a mountain, and at the mountaintop, there is an ancient temple. How old is this temple? According to archaeologists, this temple is at least 1,000 years old. And this is where all Cambodians gathered at the night of Shivaratri during ancient times. Let's go and see what's up there. Now, I've come to the very top of this mountain, but think about it. Why did all the Cambodians come to this mountain top during the night of Shiva? What did they do that night? Let me show you what they worshipped. Now, this is a roof constructed by archaeologists, but these laterite blocks are ancient. At the very top, do you see that? Now, what is that? That is the largest lingam in Cambodia. Some even claim that this is the largest lingam in all of Southeast Asia. It has been heavily damaged, but let's go and take a closer look and we can measure it and see how long it is. Wow. It feels amazing, guys, to touch the largest lingam in Cambodia. I don't think I can explain it with words. Now, I want to warn you, this is a very difficult mountain to climb. This is not an easy mountain to climb, so don't attempt. But if you do manage to come to the mountaintop, it's completely worth the effort because this is amazing. We can still feel the energy coming off of this. I'm going to measure this and show you how long it is. Wow. This is exactly 14 feet long, guys. This is 14 feet long. And I'm going to measure the diameter and see how wide it is. Now you can see. Now, and it's exactly 4 feet wide. Okay. The diameter is about 4 feet long. Okay, so it's 4 feet wide and it's 14 feet long. And we're talking exact measurements. Okay, so they must have used feet at that time. Now I'm going to lie down next to this lingam so you can compare my size with the size of this lingam. So I'm going to lie down here so you can, take a look at both of us and see, how you feel about this actual size. All right. Now you can see this is my size, and that's the size of the lingam. So I hope you can see both of us and compare. So you can see that this lingam is more than twice as long as me, because this is 14 feet and I'm not 7 feet long. So it's actually more than twice as long as me. So that's a very large lingam. Okay. Now let me show you something else. Now, it's a shame that this lingam has been heavily damaged. They have to put all these ropes around to keep it intact. But the lingam is actually made of 3 different parts. The top part is the circular part, which is actually cylindrical. Like 1/3 of the lingam is a cylinder known as the shiva bhaga, or Shiva's part. This is why you see this as a cylinder. Now, but if you come to the second part is actually the part of Vishnu, or Vishnu bhaga, and it usually has 8 sides. This is usually octagonal. And then the last part is called the Brahma's part. The Brahma's part is actually quite interesting. I always find it fascinating to show the Brahma's part, because this part would actually be inside the ground. Most people never get a chance to see the Brahma's part, or Brahma bhaga. Okay, this is actually just with 4 sides. This has a square base. And you can see that this part is heavily damaged, but it's easy to remember because Brahma, the creator, has 4 heads, and the Brahma bhaga has 4 sides. But you know what's crazy? This lingam was not made here. This lingam was either originally made in Lingapura or the Phnom mountain. And both these places are at least 50 miles away from here. Now, this lingam was made 50 miles away and then moved here. But then they had to climb this mountaintop, which is 725 feet above the ground level. It was difficult for me to climb up carrying just a GoPro. So imagine lifting the largest lingam in Cambodia up this mountain. Now, what's the weight of this lingam? At least 10 tons. Now, that is 10,000 kilograms, or about 22,000 pounds. Imagine lifting 22,000 pounds of a single block of sandstone to a height of 725 feet. Yes, archaeologists confirm this is monolithic, meaning this lingam is made of just 1 block of stone. How did ancient builders manage to do this? Did they use advanced technology to lift the stone up the mountain? But the real question is, why did ancient builders lift a 10-ton rock and place it on top of this mountain? Because it was a cosmic antenna. Yes, it was used as an antenna to receive communication from Shiva himself. Today, it's resting under a roof, right? But once upon a time, it was standing vertically in the open with no roof on top, just like an antenna. How do we know this? Let me show you this right next to the lingam. Come on. Now you see that? That is a giant square hole right next to the lingam. This is where the lingam was planted. I showed you the base of the lingam, right? The Brahma part of the lingam, which had 4 sides. That square base was planted inside. And notice, even on the mountaintop, ancient builders had created an elevated pedestal. They've created kind of an elevation made of laterite here, right? And Believe it or not, we just saw some locals come and put money in it and pray to this hole. Now, why did ancient builders plant this giant monolithic cosmic antenna into this hole and leave it without a roof? Because they wanted to receive the cosmic waves. You see, why do we keep antennas on top of buildings? Why do we construct tall cell phone towers? And think about this, when you don't get your cell phone signal, what do? You naturally lift your hand up trying to gather the signal, because we need altitude or height to receive communication. That's exactly why they made the largest lingam in Cambodia and hauled it up this mountaintop. Originally, this lingam stood at the very top of the mountain. And once a year, on Shiva's night or Shivaratri, every Cambodian walked up here to receive the cosmic waves. This is why this 10-ton cosmic antenna was placed on the very top of this mountain. And why that specific night? Is it the full moon night? No. Is Shivaratri falling on a new moon night? No. It is celebrated on the 14th night of the waning moon. It will be very dark and the moon will not be visible or barely be visible as a sliver. This is the darkest night of the year. The night of Shiva is actually said to be the darkest night of the entire year, according to Hindu astronomy. And you might have this thin sliver of moon, and you might have seen that thin sliver of moon on the head of Lord Shiva as well. There's a deep philosophy hidden in this iconography. In ancient Cambodia, not only were astronomy and moon phases followed, but the location of this lingam actually falls directly on a ley line. Now, what is a ley line? A ley line is believed to be an invisible straight line of energy connecting ancient sacred sites across the earth. These ley lines are said to link temples, pyramids, stone circles, and sacred sites. You see, ancient builders did not just randomly choose this mountain to build the cosmic antenna. They made sure it was on a line of energy. This is why they put in so much effort to carry this 10-ton antenna up the mountaintop. Now, this lingam was specifically placed out in the open at the very top of the mountain. But there's also an ancient temple here on the Phnom mountain. This temple is in complete ruins, but I want to show you this temple soon. So do subscribe and follow me, because I want to show you some very strange details hidden in this ancient temple. I am PraveenMohan. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Oh.